Alright, and we are going to do some nice walking and maybe a bit of gunplay in the Hunter. Yes, it's a skunk. The skunk always played the Hunter, so such a nice paw emote you also have there, Camu. Very nice, like antro paw. But yes, it is indeed the Hunter, and of course it's always been actually the case that the skunk plays the Hunter, so we are going to relax some with big maps of the Hunter tonight after quite demanding Darkest Dungeon last night, and tomorrow most probably we are going to finish Dear Esther unless think of another game in the meantime. But we are anyway going to finish Dear Esther during the week and really like the game this far, so we are doing the usual 1.5 hours of thereabouts of the Hunter tonight, which should be quite nice. Let's see if we actually succeed at getting something. Also bought the Sidearms DLC, which included like 4 new pistols. Let's see if we can afford any of them, like quite big caliber pistols, so you can actually try to hunt something with those rather than just like keep it for decoration. So welcome for some the Hunter tonight, and let's see how it goes for us. So let's change to the game view and of course nice to see you here after Luna's very long stream with the existential questions and as noted Isolectra, Luna and digital physics. So here we go, and let's continue. Alright, most probably we should sleep first. It's kind of not optimal hunting time of the day yet. So let's like rest until 5 AM. And as usual, the weather is not very pleasant. So let's see, our mission would be to harvest 2 coyotes. So we need to find a coyote, and it would be this area where we would need to harvest a coyote. Last time, do remember when we played this, we couldn't find any coyote, no matter how hard we tried, so let's try again. Ah, yeah. The bunny hunting ban is in action. Very well. It would be again normally 10 minutes, and we now even have a actually recently built a 10-minute counter, so can show the 10-minute counter off, but knowing you, we keep it permanent. But yes, we now have a nice 10-minute counter for the action bands, so we can do 10-minute countdowns, but in this case, as it's for the whole session as you paid and usually give it charitably, so we do not need the counter, but we do now have a nice countdown for the 10-minute action bands, so got to show that off, though in this case it was not necessary, but for any other 10-minute redeemables we now have a nice counter built that recently, so something new. Like would call the weather, it seems it's always like autumn, very autumn weather in this reserve. It's like ridiculously misty, quite poor weather, like extremely often. Fortunately it will get at least a bit brighter. As alright, there's undiscovered spot there, so this is pretty good direction to go, would say. So let's see what we find there, and maybe finally find some coyote, as it's been like harvest 2 coyote and then we haven't encountered any, which of course is quite natural in games like this. It's not quite guaranteed by far that you will get anything. Alright, there's like some noise. Currently this looks a lot like the weather outside, because it's also late-ish autumn, so this pretty much currently simulates the current weather and even biome outside, so it's kind of easy. Alright, here we have some tracks. Alright, black-tailed deer. But we are after coyote and we would like to see the unknown point here, so let's alright, turn a bit and continue. They have made the tracks generally more visible. They used to be only on the ground and rendered directly on the ground. They have since then with updates made the game also have like animated kind of highlight thing on the tracks, so it's easier to spot the animal tracks. They originally made it harder to spot them, apparently unnecessarily, because with updates they became kind of like that they have the animated effect also, so you spot them rather more easily. Alright, there have been some rabbits, very old though, so no rabbits in the vicinity currently. And some more rapid droppings here. Alright, sun is rising, very nice. Alright, elk prints. Not much like coyote, anything, noises or paw prints or anything, mostly like rabbit and deer and elk found this far, and this should be the area where we should harvest like to coyote, and that hasn't certainly been very close in that respect at all. So let's keep moving. Are we on the right track? Yes, for the unknown point here. These would be coyote tracks, good. So we can, after checking the point out, we can give a bit of chase to the coyote, as we should harvest 2 coyote. A couple of times have succeeded at shooting a coyote a bit longer ago, like last year or early this year, but it's been a while since have successfully backed one, but it has happened. Alright, there's the unknown point. Quite steep hill. Let's see if we can climb up this side. Would seem we are making it. Would be a tough climb for real already. Yeah, it's like just and just. Let's see. Yeah, this would be a very tough climb already for real. So we scamper up the hill, and also some animals apparently have. Alright, deer. Alright, it's another potential place for a hunting tower. Haven't really ever found much use for the towers, like you go into the tower and then you wait, and never really saw any animals that way, so it's kind of have somewhat questioned the utility of spending resources building these towers, because you have to pay to build them up, and then almost never haven't succeeded at utilizing them in that respect. So that's also possible spot for hunting infrastructure. So let's then we also have 1 skill point, so we are actually like alright. Decreases your visibility in foggy weather. Sounds kind of useful that you're less visible in foggy weather. let's get that, like decreased visibility. Quite a few skills related to the detection and such. So let's return in this direction. Alright, black-tailed deer, so currently not looking for deer though if we like come up to one. Alright, more rapid droppings. Yeah, there are deer somewhere. So let's keep moving and especially put some effort into the finding any coyote. Yeah, alright, this was the bear. We are not looking for the bear tracks. At least not very often even looking for the bear tracks, because it's quite hard to do well with the bear. These are more smaller and these are coyotes, so black-tailed deer, so alright, the deer came from there. Let's keep tracking the coyote. Alright, let's take the binoculars out. That's not alright. Good. Yeah, the binoculars, so we can also check with those. I was quite certain something moved, but might have been flying debris. Yeah, it's kind of like probably less usual category overall, but rather like hunting and fishing games, and of course the skunk normally plays them, so quite a lot of tracks here. So coyote has gone a lot this way. There actually is, especially earlier on. It was always the case that the skunk would play hunting and fishing games and have been trying to keep that up. So there actually is some correlation. Also, if you look at really early ones from YouTube, it was also that the main wolf would play Diablo and the kind of like Neverwinter Nights and other RPGs, but haven't played with the main wolf very recently. But early on especially, it was always certain suit would play certain games and to some degree still keep that up. So actually there is some correlation intended. Usually it goes the way that first pick the game and then where the suit that most probably plays that game. But it also sometimes goes the other way around, that feel wearing one of the suits and then choose the game, especially when it's not a special time like this month have been playing alternatingly more or less mentally less relaxing games and relaxing games on alternate streams, so then it varies by the rule. But otherwise it's usually the first way, but sometimes it's the second if like want to wear a given suit and then of course play a game that is for that suit and then to have certain kind of like overall feel to it, that which form wants to play which games, would say there's certain amount of kind of like A lot of deer and elk here, so they like water by the lake, fair enough. And here's the coyote. This is again elk, so nice lakeside. Actually, the Griffin played, Kisu. You might remember what the Griffin played long ago. The Griffin has played a given game, but it was very long ago. The Griffin did play some things, but it was really early on. You may have seen that. There was a specific game the Griffin would play. If you remember. All right, it's not the most probable success, like would require even a bigger gun really to get the black bear. Most probably not going to even try. Would require even bigger gun really to get the black bear reliably, so yeah, we could try for the bear. Yeah, it was Kisu actually the original MTG arena. When this one and Luna both tried to get into the higher leagues in MTG arena, and we played it, the Griffin played MTG arena. So yeah, we could technically take a shot at the bear, but it's kind of like with this gun still. We should really, if to remember which button would go prone. So left control is crouch. Should at least walk crouched. And C was brown. Let's see if we can get closer to the bear. It's worth a try if we can get close enough for like a bit cleaner shot, as it's like 3006 is not really a big enough gun to reliably take the bear down unless we get a pretty close clean shot. So let's try to very carefully move like at least next to that tree by the stone and see if we can take our shot from there. Then let's go prone and even more slowly crawl closer. And yes, as said, it's not really a big enough gun. That was a good try, but let's see if they even bleed. Like, let's go and check that first. As if there's no trail of blood, it's only like near miss. Wouldn't surprise me. Alright, we did well. We hit vital organ, so we should have a harvestable bear. Yes, that's a big thing. That's actually a very big thing. It's the first bear that have ever had any success with, so we actually scored a very nice clean shot and the bear went down quickly, so that was really nice. Jax, thought you went to sleep. We just had success with hunting a bear, the first bear that have ever gotten in the hunter, and it was quite nicely planned also, like would go prone and slowly inch closer to get a good close clean shot, and actually the bear went down quite quickly, so really nice. We'll raise a paw to that successful bear hunt, first one ever, as there was the opportunity to go for the black bear, and it's uncommon really. Oh, but nice that you joined, so welcome. And we were just looking at the female 82 kilograms. Tracking distance 300 meters. Difficulty, wouldn't call it really minor, it's quite hard really with the bear. Proper ammo for this animal, shot 2 times or less, intact trophy organs, hit 1 vital organ or more, yes. We did quite well. And quick kill bonus, harvest check, consecutive harvest bonus, species difficulty 100%. And as said, we had the 3006 as the gun, so quite nice overall, pretty good score. So let's accept that and continue trying to hunt a coyote. But yes, this was the first successful bear hunt that I've ever had. Have tried a couple of times before. Once have gotten even attacked by the black bear. That didn't go well. Longer ago, like last year, summer or so, tried the black bear, and the black bear actually mauled this one. So that didn't go well, unlike this. So that went very well. One shot and 1 bear. Let's see where we are on the map. Alright. We are still looking for the coyote. Let's move this way towards the lake, because there's another undiscovered point, so let's keep moving in the same direction. Yeah, it is moose hunting season in actual world, yes. Let's take binoculars out again and alright, still would like the binoculars, please. There we go. Sun is also rising now nicely. We started 5 AM and it's now 7:21, so very efficient morning. First bear ever. Alright, some rabbit here, but the rabbit is protected. Protected by Kamuniak. Oh, somehow was quite thinking that you would hunt jacks, yes. Had the kind of impression. Alright, let's keep moving and see. Alright, just now, so there are rabbits in the vicinity, but Not much else. Yeah, even if we got anything, even if we got nothing else tonight, certainly the bear was a really big score comparatively, because I've tried the bear a few times before, but absolutely no hope. Hope this time actually succeeded with the bear. Alright, there was also objective to travel here. Harvest a white-tailed deer or black-tailed deer at night. Go for a clean hit in the dark. Yeah, that's possible. At least deer is usually easier to find than the coyote. Again, getting quite misty. In general, this game tends to render very nice imagery, and the maps are positively huge, so in that respect, I do like this a lot. Yeah, that's certainly nicer work in that respect. But different for sure. So the rabbits have clearly gone in that direction. Alright, let's see if we get lucky. Just went behind the tree, alright. Let's move carefully further. Against the sun also, so that's not the easiest thing ever. Yeah, rabbits are usually quite good at that. Of course, they are also protected by ammoniac with channel points, so rabbits we do not go after at all. Let's see if we still can catch the deer. Still would like to find a coyote, but success with coyote has been quite limited. Yes. Let's see how that went. Yes, there's the deer. So we succeeded. So we actually got quite close, even the gold score, and we had all the checks for successful harvest. And we did hit quite nicely also overall. There we go, quite good. Oh, we did even level up. Oh, hello there, Luna. We earlier actually successfully hunted a bear. That was the first successful bear that I've ever had, so that was really nice. So hello to Luna also, and welcome to our hunting stream. Still about half an hour of hunting. We have like quest to harvest 2 coyote, but we have actually this far gotten one bear and one deer, so very nice catches, but not really what the mission asks for. Hunting foxes. this level doesn't have foxes. Some of the other levels do have foxes, so you can ban that Kisu, but this level doesn't have foxes. Some of the other ones do. You can hunt foxes in the game, but not on this level. Some of the other maps do have. There we go. Reloaded, and let's move. Let's see where we are in the map again. We're going for that spot, so turn a bit in this direction and keep moving. So Luna's house ran out of food, which is kind of worrying. Hungry foxes. Not really trying as much for a shot as just was watching the overall elegance of the deer moving. Let's see if we get to line up anything. If we slowly move down the hillside, at least worth a try. Depends a lot whether the deer were moving somewhere further or if they are going to pause down there. We'll see. There's also the site we were curious to look at, so let's see what we can find. Let's take the binoculars out for now and proceed with care until we get into a position from where we can spot. let's see from here. Alright, looks like we can stand up and walk up to the unknown point for now. No deer quite here anymore. Alright, you could also... Right, there's another bear here somewhere also. You could apparently also add another hunting structure here. Quite misty again for a while, so not very good visibility. Alright, let's keep moving. Black bear droppings, very old. Alright. There's also a path here. Alright, again, quite a bit of deer went from here. Let's check with the... In some levels you can also hunt waterfowl. Not this one though, but there are some where you can hunt also waterfowl. Right. And again it's raining. At least we have the ability to be less detectable in misty weather, so helps with this kind of weather on this map. There's also Sonora Desert, for example, so, and Medved Taiga, so there are quite a few different biomes. And there's also Finland level nowadays. Have already bought it, the Revontuli coast, so there's also real Finland level available for the game now, but have not yet tried that. Want to mostly at least explore this level before moving on, because the levels are massive and quite beautifully made, so want to explore this level mostly, and of course hunt most of the available species on this level. The bear was certainly a big step in that direction, because had not had any success with the bear before today, so that was a pretty big thing. Alright, there still is, let's see. Alright, no organs hit, so it wasn't quite optimal. Let's see if we can find them. Bleed rate very low. Unfortunately not such a good hit apparently. Alright, let's move more slowly and take out the binoculars. It seems we are close now. So let's see if we succeed at tracking down friendly. Right, those are droppings fresh, so not very far away. Yeah, kind of do notice the general direction, though missed a few of the specific blood trails, but seems to be that just still need to go in that direction in general, and there we again have the same, you know, because it's in science, so it doesn't matter that you miss some of them as long as you follow the same track. Kind of do think that we might not find any trails further than here, as fewer tracks seem. A bit unclear where we would go from here, so do think can't quite find the trail further than that. Was pretty good amount of tracking though. So let's look where we are on the map. Right. It's the hiking village, but it's only a landmark, it's not a residence. Still haven't seen much coyote though. Ah, the trail continues here. Alright, no wonder we couldn't find it lower by. Let's see behind the crest, can we find anything there? So let's see. Interesting. Here they actually turned around, so might be hard to find the next part of the track in any case. Let's see. So we are here and there's the lookout point and there's the outpost. Let's hike to the outpost to finish the day. So this would be the direction, go by the lake and we should be in pretty much right direction for the outpost. Yes, what time it is? Alright, it's only 10, so we do not necessarily need to sleep when we get there, but we can use that for example, next time purchasing some new items, as we got pretty good amount of cars from the two harvests today, so let's keep moving. Yeah, that would be the right way, so let's move. So any plans for the weekend? Anyone in the chat? Right, the wind makes the shadow move on the rock. That was quite... Now by the road, not quite. Oh, homework, of course, important to do, not maybe the most... Usually the most popular category. And tomorrow it of course will again be a spooky/gothic game. Might either finish Dear Esther or depends, might play more blasphemous or one of the other games we have already played. Depends. Not going to have a new game tomorrow. On the weekend we will again have a different game. Do think. Always worth checking, as tend to find this kind of like area often quite good for a catch, like when you walk up the hill into this kind of area. It often is good for a catch when you arrive, if you are lucky. Alright, there's a carcass, so most probably there would be a bear close by, but we are more walking back to the outpost. Not going to try for the bear unless the bear decides to appear in our sights pretty much. I'm not going to actively pursue that one currently. There was a carcass, so certainly the bear has been active in this area. Yeah, and another, because this is like bear feeding zone, so some carcasses after the bears. Yeah, that's a lot to learn. Do remember when learned like CAD software oneself when was young. That was quite interesting also. Rather enjoyed it similarly as learned Inventor and such later. Rather enjoyed doing models and drawing in them in certain sense. It's certainly nice. Do like it a lot. Also would write like various programs for AutoCAD with the integrated Auto Lisp language. Of course, liked it when because it came with the Lisp interpreter. So that was of course very interesting feature that the built-in language for the system was Lisp. Alright, and here we are at the outpost, so we are ready for tonight, and we can visit the outhouse to finish with, though you can't activate the outhouse, but we virtually visit the outhouse even if it does nothing in the game. There we go. Visited the outhouse, and yeah, the licenses were always quite expensive, and back in the day to run AutoCAD you had to have a dongle that back then went into the parallel port. So alright, let's switch back, and thank you all for joining, and next we see who we can raid. So thank you for joining, and really was nice, especially that got the first bear ever in this game. So was happy to have you all here joining for some the Hunter, and let's see who we shall raid. Alright, Jox is playing War Thunder. Let's see if they are still playing. Looks like it. Let's see what Yuna is playing Alien Isolation. We know how much Luna likes that. Not that many others online. Let's go for Jox. I do not think have ever raided them even. Oh, good night for you then, Jax, and as we go, thank you all for joining. Good night, and see you tomorrow.